Hello, I want to talk today about nicotine as an addictive substance. I have people that come to me for stopping smoking. Most people that come to me to stop smoking believe they're addicted. So I want to talk about this a little bit. Now, some of what I'll be talking about, I'll be quoting some research papers. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Journal of Drug Issues, number 31, and it was published in 2001, entitled Nicotine as an Addictive Substance, a Critical Examination of the Basic Concepts and Empirical Evidence. So, is nicotine and are cigarettes addictive? Now, most people believe they are addicted, that nicotine is addictive. We've been led to believe it for many years. Is it true? Now, to quote the Surgeon General, the Journal of Drug Issues, this is by Dale M. Atrans. There was a 1964 report on smoking and health. The Surgeon General in the US stated unequivocally that nicotine was not addictive. In 1988, he reversed this view. There were no scientific or clinical breakthroughs in this interval, but there was a great deal of legal and political activity. Now, most of the addiction theory rests on tests done on rats, where rats were induced to drink a nicotine solution. Now there were two experiments. One where rats were kept in small cages and tempted to drink the nicotine solution, and lo and behold, yes, they did. So the premise was that nicotine is addictive. The experiment was then repeated with rats in a mixed rats park, where rats were allowed to roam free, and it became quite clear that they did not drink the nicotine solution. So it seems that the rats would only really drink the nicotine solution when they were in a stressed state. Now, to quote this article again, it has not been possible to develop reliable animal models of self-administration of tobacco products. There are reports of failures to establish nicotine self-administration in spite of intensive efforts. And moreover, once established, smoking in primates does not produce any evidence of a habit. They stop at the first opportunity. In latter reports, even after the most intensive training efforts, the vast majority of monkeys would not smoke. When nicotine injections now only require making a few responses, monkeys take from 2 to 9 months of daily training before they respond at rates higher than for liquid. So in contrast, they quickly learn to make thousands of responses for a single injection of cocaine. Rats cannot be trained to smoke, but they can be trained to take nicotine orally. So if nicotine is reinforcing, it should enhance the reinforcing value of the solution in which it's presented. Now I'm just going to jump to the summary. Just quoting, there's no evidence that laboratory animals ever get hooked. This is particularly true of nicotine, where there is not even the slightest suggestion of compulsive use in laboratory species. So, many years of intensive investigation have failed to identify nicotine withdrawal effects that persist for more than a few weeks. In contrast, the tendency to relapse to smoking may persist for years. The great differences in the temporal courses of withdrawal and relapse potential suggest that withdrawal cannot be a significant factor in relapse. Thus, withdrawal fails to account for the very behaviour that it was invoked to explain. A recent review stated it is concluded that the research to date does not appear to strongly implicate nicotine withdrawal in adversely affecting smoking cessation or maintenance of abstinence. Right, so in summary, this article, Dale Atrens, D-A-L-E-M, Atrens, A-T-R-E-N-S, Journal of Drug Issues, 2001. In summary, apart from numerous conceptual and definitional inadequacies, the notion that nicotine is an addictive substance lacks reasonable empirical support. There are so many and such grossly conflicting findings that adhering to the nicotine addiction thesis is only defensible on political, not scientific grounds. So more broadly, addiction may have some use as a description of certain types of behaviour, but it fails badly as an explanation of such behaviours. So that's a summary, a brief summary of this scientific article on nicotine as an addictive substance. I'll be talking about some other articles in the near future, so stay tuned and check back in with me. Thanks and bye for now.